Oh, why is it that? Let me see. Okay, come. Oh, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm just having. Yes. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I gotta get you another job, mama. I gotta get you a job. Good morning. Good morning. How y'all beautiful people doing this morning? I'm sorry about being late. I was having a little difficulties because I was trying to figure out how to turn my camera on and get some other things together. But I'm gonna start y'all off this morning real quick. Listening to a song that's on my YouTube channel. This is called My Thoughts. Go check it out. You know, that's the that's the tradition of the morning. Why is not? Good morning. Now this is called My Thoughts. Listen to it. And let's come through.
It's getting serious on this track,
These the thoughts on my mind all the time. These the thoughts on my mind, you so divine. These the thoughts on my mind all the time. Man been full of corruption from the beginning. Didn't want to heed to Yahweh command. It seemed man always had a plan. A slave to sin. Where do I begin? My heart heavy, my soul hurt. I put my face to the dirt. Oh, watch man on alert. The world so full of distraction. Keep men lacking and slacking. The enemy steady attacking. Someone please tell me the odds of the fraction. The lost sheep asleep. My people no peace. In a foreign land, don't know they cheat. His name Yahweh Elohim. He the Prince of Peace. He come with vengeance on his mind. The word driven out his mouth like fire. Let me make an introduction. They call him Christ and the Messiah. Some don't believe in God, but find it all. No accountability for the life you did. Just close your eyes and go to sleep. The end. Now so you on borrowed time and scheme that's so divine. Perfectly thought out by wonderful and brilliant mind. The word been watered down for the love of money. They telling the people they want to hear. It's a danger doing it. They losing their fear. They losing their fear. These the thoughts on my mind all the time. Come on, these the thoughts on my mind, so divine. These the thoughts on my mind all the time. Appeasing them itchy ears while salvation draw near. They changing times and laws, yet Enoch saw it all. The flaws of man, they love to throw rocks and hide their hands. No respect for his holy days. No, they say they done away. They pick and choose, they want that hurt too. He command, be hot or cold, be lukewarm, that's a no. He'll spit you out his mouth and gather you with the dead branches. On that day, the catastrophe and fury gon' rampant. I'm painting a picture through this music like drawing on the canvas. Man, lean more to God's love, but this the same God that judge, same God that caused the flood, same God that's full of grace. On the other hand, it should be rebate. Same God that's full of mercy, same God that will chastise, same God that hate them lies, same God that died. Day, he rose, he well alive. Same God that say, if you love me, keep my commands. This ain't your average Joe, you ain't dealing with man. Nope, this y'all way. The thoughts on my mind all the time. thoughts on my mind, so divine. The thoughts on my mind all the time. Tell y'all, this music right here is food for the mind. Salute to the side.
Did y'all do black stuff out?
Wait.
It's about all over. It's over there by the church. And it said like it wasn't down.
Oh, God.
Grammarly does more than catch errors.
Okay, good morning, beautiful people.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
What's up with
Hey,
it?
hey.
What's up with it? Man, I think I did my whole thing. Good morning, though. What's this right? See, that's why I done messed up. Good morning, though. Good morning. Good morning. I need to figure out how to tag people. I need to tag.
Oh, we still on it?
Good morning, my beautiful people. Yeah, we still on it. Okay. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We so happy everybody tuning in. I need to learn. Somebody need to teach me how to tag people and stuff. I don't know how to tag people and stuff. Man, I just get on this. Yeah, I be working trying to figure out how to use this stuff and I be working trying to figure out how to
She
use
be
this
working.
stuff. Man, I don't be knowing sometimes how to
She be
use it. How to use it, Lord. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the power of perception. We're gonna jump right in because we already running behind. Yeah, so we're gonna talk about the power of perception. Perception is more powerful than people give it credit, and
Right.
than people give it credit, and it's something that people rarely trip off of, but it plays a major role in everything you do, from the good to the bad. But before we start though, I'm gonna share the screen and put up the definition of perception. Now, anybody that know me know I love looking up words, because if you can understand the word, it gives you a better understanding
What's happening?
of what is being said, happening, or and all of that. So I'm gonna share the screen, then I'm gonna have my mama to read
Read.
the definition. Oh, you ain't got your don't go nowhere. That's all right. That's all right. Look, she said I ain't got my glass. She said read. like I just asked her to commit a crime or something. But nevertheless, though, hold on. I'm gonna share the screen.
See it.
I don't know, mama. It don't matter, because even if you ain't able to see it,
No.
shoot, I should have made that bigger. Hold on. Okay, there we go. There we go.
Okay, I can read that.
You can read that. Okay. There we go. So that's perception. See, but you was able to read it on
when
the
it
other.
was bigger, right? But she done made it back
Okay.
small. The ability to see, hear, or become aware of something through the senses. Through the senses, the normal
limits to
human perception.
perception. Okay, so I'm finna go back on it, y'all, because I love getting into the anatomy of words. So it says that that's a good one right there. So y'all can see that. Let me pull it back up, right? I be having to learn how to. So these are some similar words, because see, I always go to, when I look up words, I look up similar words just in case maybe if I ain't getting the whole full vibe of the word, I'm like, okay, let me look up under the definition similar words or synonyms that are similar to the word. So similar words is discernment, appreciation, recognition, realization. What is that? Cognizance. Okay. Awareness, consciousness, knowledge. Look at all these good words. Acknowledgement. Oh man, acknowledgement, grasp. Ooh, come through now. Understanding, comprehension. Oh, these are good words. I didn't
They
look
all
all
mean
that
the
up.
same,
Yes,
basically.
they do. I didn't look up. I didn't get into the seminars when I was coming up with this. The words comprehension, interpretation.
Now that right
All
there.
these words, a lot of these words you see in the Bible that God be saying is very important. Comprehension, interpretation, apprehension, impression, sense, sensation, feelings, observation, picture. You get the picture.
Do you get the picture?
Do you get the picture? Notion, thought, belief. Oh man, I'm telling you, so many ways these words can hit different. Thought, belief, conception, idea, judgment, and estimation. Oh my God, boy. Oh, y'all, I'm telling y'all. Hold on, because we gonna make ourselves big. Yeah, that's messed up. Why didn't let me Okay, I was trying. What is he doing? Y'all, boy, I tell y'all, the Lord be knowing. I be needing. I'm gonna make that bigger and I'm gonna keep us down here for a little minute because this is very, 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 very important. So I'm gonna let my mama start off with talking about the power of perception because it's so powerful. It's so powerful.
Perception. Perception is 100% of our actions or reactions. Because
Go ahead, mama. You can't talk.
because when we perceive things, perceive is from perception. When we perceive things to be as we perceive them to be, that's our perception. Now, do perception mean reality? No, it does not. But when we act on our perception, that's when it becomes a problem, especially if it's not the reality of a situation, because it's how we perceive it to be. You know, in our perception, like I say, is 100% of our reaction. You know, because just like we could be sitting in a room, looking across the room at another group of women, and they're talking. And you look at them, and the person is sitting next to you, you bend over and say, I know they're talking about me. That's your perception. That's how you perceive things to be. Now, from that point on, you're going to keep sitting there. You're going to keep sitting there. I know they're talking about me. Until you might get up, go over there to where the other women is and start going off. Might even punch one in the face. That's our reaction to how we perceived things to be. That's why I say perception is 100% of our reaction. It's the first, because the thing of it is, perception is basically, like they said, our senses, us sensing things to be. But all the things we senses to be, is it reality?
Right.
Is it reality?
Right.
That's the thing. You know, and most times, I'm gonna tell you, most times when we perceive how we perceive things to be are not the way they are. You know, because we're going on things that look like one thing but really are something else. You know, signs or whatever, but we perceive them in the wrong way, and perception can be a very, very deadly thing.
Yeah, it can be.
It can be. It can be a very deadly thing, you know, because we act on it. We don't act on the facts. We act on how we perceive things to be.
Right. Which people can't act on the facts, because this is how I look at
Yeah, they can't.
words. Perception can be a good thing. Your perception can be a good sense of how you see things, or it can be your perception can be a bad way of how you see things, and it can interfere. It can interfere because
it don't. I just say that because it don't always have to be bad. Because when I was thinking on this, I'm just like the perception is powerful. It
Very.
dictates everything that you do, down to the
Already.
good and the bad. A lot of business owners, a lot of fathers, good fathers, mothers, or whatever, they do things according to their perception, just as well as a murderer, a liar, a thief, all of that. They do things according to their perception. So it's very important.
Yeah, because you know what? It's our perception, and some may call it something else because it can't be called something else, but it's our perception that may make us sense that in an establishment, a business, a room, an area, that something's not right. I need to go. This is because that can also be called discernment. But the
It's
thing,
up there. It's up there.
yeah, is
The word. It's the first word. Discernment.
okay, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, see that right there. You know, you sit and you be like, okay, something's not right. Okay, I gotta go. I don't want to be here. You know, and you act on that, and then later find out that it's a good thing you did because blah 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 happened. You know, so perception works in both ways. It works. It can work for the good. It can work for the bad.
Mhm.
You know, but
Yes, it
the
can.
best thing is for us to get a better understanding of our perception of a situation and a thing, sometimes before we act on it.
Yeah, that's key. That's key for that's key for everything because you got so many people. It's hard to communicate with people just because of their perception of things. I was thinking of so many scenarios. Perception would interfere with understanding. That's one of the words that's similar. Understanding. It can interfere with you understanding. But a person that has a good perception or is open to hear, it can cause them to understand. You know what I'm saying? So it can just
Because they open
perception
their
can
mind.
right because their mind is open to it.
Closed mind ain't gonna get nothing in it.
You can't get through
You
because
can't communicate.
a lot of times the perception keeps people from hearing what is being said. Oh, they don't like me. They just hating on me. They don't, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to
That's
see
their
me.
perception.
That's their view.
Mhm.
Hold on, I'm gonna go back to it because let's go back to what the definition said. The definition said the ability to see, hear, or become aware of something through the senses. Senses is the key word. The senses. How are you sensing things? That is sculpting your perception. If someone is you sensing that, okay, we can talk about relationships. People relate. It don't even have to just be man and woman. It can be brother and sister,
friends,
mother and daughter,
uncle,
son. And you know what? I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Come on now, because I said also too. I want to start doing testimonies on here, like where people come in and share their testimonies. But I'm not gonna lie, right? Because this is my testimony, the peace of mind, right? I when I was younger, I used to be not able to understand what my mom was saying because of my perception. My perception was she just don't want me to live. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm saying because foolish children's senses and children, I'm gonna say foolish children, but children's senses.
It ain't foolish, it's just being a doggone kid. In some cases, because some kids do listen.
They do. I was just
and they take heed
because and all
their
has to
perception.
do with
It's
their perception. But my perception was, come on, Lord, that's what it is. That's what it.
God
He over there. He be talking to me, right? They better know he be talking to me. So no, you know what my perception was? It was either I really wanted to do it, or you coming to try to step on this good idea that I had, but it wasn't good though. But my perception, the way I sensed it, and the way that I heard it or saying it was that this is a good idea. And here you come, mama, being the Jolly Green Giant, trying to step on my little thing down here that I wanted to do. So it caused me to not listen. And a lot of times it was because the way the Lord says, because what I wanted to do. And a lot of times that's what keeps people from perceiving things correctly.
Right.
Because
Their minds are stuck on what it is they want to do and how it is they want to do it.
Right.
And they're perceiving it to be like, I know what this is.
Right.
You just trying to be a party pooper.
Right. Basically, only to go on to my own destruction. You know what I'm saying? Or it didn't work, or it didn't go the way that I thought it would go. You know what I'm saying? Perception is powerful, and it can stagnate or it can cause to grow.
Because of her plan going on to disaster, just might put her just a teeny tiny bit closer to opening her mind, where she can perceive things differently.
Well, thank the Lord it did. No. You know why I say that? Because still some people in those situations could go through all of that and still stubborn, stiff-necked, still won't change.
Right. Right. There's a possibility.
You know what their perception to tell them? Man, it would work. It ain't work because you hated on me. Because you said something. You put karma on me. You spoke over my life.
It's definitely somebody else's fault. The reason that it did not work. Because that's their perception.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Their perception is it's somebody else's fault. It did not work. You did something. You said something. You was hating on me. You know, instead of examining, we should examine our perception daily of how we see things. We should be very conscious of examining our perception when someone is conversating with us, even if it's something we don't think, feel, hear, or believe to be true. At least examine your perception on how you're viewing what they're saying, because that could play a role of you receiving or not receiving what is being said to you.
You know, and in some cases, you know, in our judicial system, you know, a lot of people are convicted based on a person's perception. Because for one thing, you know, a lot of people that are convicted on circumstantial evidence, you know, the people, for one thing, and this is exactly why I don't believe in our judicial system. You know, even though in some cases where a man that went into an apartment, he killed the lady and her kids, and we know he did it. Okay, stick him up under the jail. But I'm talking about stuff where somebody's perception went to a lineup and looked at somebody and say, that's him, when really it's not. You know, and there's really no evidence to point to the fact that it is. The people who are about to put this man in jail or free him, they're going to go on their perception, because there's not really any evidence that points to him exactly saying that he was the culprit.
Right.
You know, right. So therefore these people are basically finna go on their perception, which to me, no one should be judged and found guilty based on another person's perception. Humans, they get it wrong half the time.
They need the Lord. You understand?
I'm telling you, perception can be a good or bad thing, and especially in people.
But that's good though. You use that, because that people have been wrongly convicted behind perception. That made me think of how they group in a group of people like Black people, and a lot of the things that they do behind perception of how they view, or the perception they be creating. Cause see, that's right. Part of it too.
And you know what we might group their perception as stereotyping.
Yeah,
but it's really their perception.
They're creating because a perception. Right. How a group of people is being seen through the hearing, or creating a census. Like you see them like, ooh, they gonna,
you know, Black people, because they done got the perception that, oh man, all Black people, they stink, they kill, they steal, they do this, they do, because that's their perception. And we already know that this is a lie. They know it's a lie, you know, but they want to perceive things to be that way, and it's not that way. You know,
that's just as well as with COVID. Everything has to do with perception, the view that they have created to make things to be seen. I'm not saying don't jump on my page, because I'm telling you, I will block and delete people that come on with ignorance. But I'm not saying just the picture, the scenery. What's the picture? It was another word I was going to say that they are creating behind this whole vibe with COVID, the vaccine, and you know what I'm saying. A lot of that has to do with them creating one's perception.
Exactly. I was just going to say, in people's perception, you know, they deliver what they deliver to you, and then people gather their own perception.
Mm-hmm.
You know, only perception I have had during COVID, you know, and the thing of it is that, let me say this, for one thing, illness, sickness, disease, germs have been existing all our lives. So I am not, for one instant, what's the word, playing down any of that, because it's real.
Right. It is.
It's real. It's real.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact of the matter is, this is the way I perceive it. Let me tell you. I'm not finna live my life in fear because of this, what they call pandemic. Because for one thing, it's going to either be this pandemic or pandemic of another kind or another sort. But it's been going on for years.
It's been Ebola, the flu, the Spanish flu.
But we're acting as if these things that are taking place or that we're hearing is something new. It is not. You know, I'm not living in fear because of that. I'm going to live with the Lord. That's what I'm going to do.
Now, no one's saying that not take precautions and all of those things either.
Because for one thing, I ain't never now, and I'm 61 years old, or 50 years ago. Now, 50 years ago, I was 11. But the fact of it is, not now nor then have I ever wanted somebody sneezing, coughing around me, sick. I ain't never. Right. You get the coughing and cover your mouth. Right. Get out of here.
That's a natural reaction because of the perception. It's germs.
It's germs. Exactly. That's my perception. When somebody goes coughing and sneezing, cover your mouth. Get out of here. Get away from me. Mm-hmm. You know, because that's my perception. You know, of somebody's coughing and sneezing, and they might be sick, and I got the perception that I might catch it, and I don't want it. So therefore, I will take precautions. Get away from me. Cover your mouth. Go to the doctor, but don't give it to me.
But you're saying your perception is that I won't live in fear.
That's my perception. I won't live in fear of something that has been going on for years. Because now it seems as if the common cold, sneezing, coughing, headaches, sore throat are no longer those things. Those things are no longer what we perceive them to be. They're now considered COVID, Delta. I mean, because we can't do it. If we do it, they telling us if we start coughing and sneezing, which I've been doing for like 61 years, we got to go get checked out, because and if we proceed this way, that's how we're going to act on it. I do not make people feel uncomfortable about coughing or sneezing. All I want you to do is cover your mouth. Mm-hmm. Cover your mouth. If you're sick, don't come around me. But I'm not going to make people feel guilty about coughing and sneezing. We've been doing that forever. Yeah. Perception.
So perception is very serious, and because we finna round this up, it's very serious and it's very important. The message of the day is the power of perception.
Open your mind.
Yes. It ain't just open your mind. The power of perception cultivates your life, everything about it, from your children, your husbands, your wives, your job, your business, your whatever. It
definitely cultivates your life, because of the media and the news. We have people now locked up in their house simply afraid to come out. Afraid to go. There have been people afraid to go to work. There have been people that left their job because they was afraid of catching this disease or whatever, because that's how they perceive it.
That's their perception. Yeah.
Me, I was more afraid of being homeless. I had to go to work. I mean, that is just my perception. I'm not, down to anybody else. I'm just saying that's how I perceive it.
That's your perception on just how you do.
I'm like, I got to go on with life. I got to go on with life because my electric people kept sending bills.
No, they did.
You
saying they did? Okay,
yeah, my electric people kept
the
sending bills to gas, right? So I had to go
bills
on with life, and that's how I perceived it to be. I wasn't in fear, like that. So that was my perception. Somebody else's perception is different. So it definitely does cultivate life. It
sculpts your whole life. And my thing on the day is I challenge people to examine your perception. When someone is talking to you, I don't care if it's your kids, I don't care if it's your spouse, your significant other, your friend, and they may be saying something that you may have a different view or opinion on, which is fine, or they're saying something to correct you or how they feel. Listen, don't let the perception that you have, you gonna do what I say, and I don't care what you talking about or what you said or none of that, and you don't listen. Your perception is you're not gonna listen to what
my way or the highway.
See, that's another perception that people have, and it could be stunning relationships. It could be stunning growth. I want to even touch on down to the perception of how you view things. A lot of people is discouraged, not encouraged, walking around with unbelief, and all those things are sculpted around. It all starts with the perception. When you start not believing, when you start being discouraged. You know what I'm saying? And come on,
it's
God.
Gonna cause your reaction. Your reaction is gonna be bad. People walk around mad at other people for years because of something that they have perceived in their head, and it's not their way.
Yeah, people have. And I also too want to say too of people touch on with perception. People being careful what you say to people too. Because that is dangerous. It can help to sculpt people perceptions, and it can help to be damaging to people and help with cultivating their perception. So we got to be very careful of just how we're doing things and how we're perceiving things, and being careful of understanding the power of perception, how you see it, how you hear it, right, and view it, your senses. You have to even be careful with your emotions. Your emotions, first of all, them mugs, they exactly what they mean. Emotions, they constantly moving, and they can play a big role in sculpting your perception on how you see things and perceive
by your emotions.
Yeah. So I would just say examine your perception daily. Be open to listen, to hear, to see what someone else is saying,
and find out what's really going on.
Not
how you perceive it to be, but what's really going on.
Because you know what, people perception then been sculpted around he say, she say.
Oh yeah.
So much. A lot of times, well, especially in today's society, that's what it is. He say, she say. Somebody post a post, and then that post starts circulating. People getting up under comments talking like they perceive really the whole situation and know what it is. So, just examine your perception. You see something that's been shared or been told or been said. I tell people, just like when it comes to the word of God, you better know it. You can tell me anything about the word of God, but you better know that I am going to go and find out for myself, and I'm going to pray about it myself, and I'm going to ask my Abba to show me himself, and I'm going to ask him to give me the understanding himself. Now, it doesn't mean that what you said about the word, I just discounted.
Right.
I just discontinued it like, man, whatever. You don't know what you're talking about.
That made her move in the first place.
To go know for
That's
myself.
right, to go further because of something that you said. So you
But
have
I'm
not been totally disregarded.
This right. But I'm just saying that in the sense of how people hold perception is sculpted around some he say, she say. You got to be careful with that. You have to be very careful with that because you could be walking around with the wrong view, all behind what somebody else done said, and then you done sculpt your mind and been shaped, your perception and been shaped on the situation, and come to find out you done wasted time and energy because that was not what it was.
Even what it was
at all. So I challenge people every day, examine your perception. Be open with your perception
right.
of how you see things. You know what I'm saying? Be careful on what you say that helps to scope someone else's perception. You know what I'm saying?
You don't want to be responsible.
Yeah.
You know, for causing someone else to act in a manner that they really shouldn't be acting in towards another person, towards anything. You know, we don't want to be we don't want that responsibility.
Yeah.
You know.
So be very careful. Be very careful in that. So, you know what, we finna get up out of here, but we had to come through.
I enjoyed you though.
Yes,
I
Lord.
enjoyed the topic because I'm all about perception.
Yes, she is, because it's so crucial. And understand, perception is
Because that understanding
to sculpting your life
and we can't
and your actions.
We can't even live life without a clear understanding of what we're doing. We need a clear understanding.
Yeah,
really we do.
Yeah. So man, you know, get with it. And also, you know what I'm saying? You see this, share this. If you led, you know what? I ain't the one to really beg for shirts and all that, but if you like it and you feel like this could touch somebody, help somebody, share this. Sharing is caring. But share this, you know what I'm saying? Like it, leave a comment also too. And I meant to put it down in the box and I didn't get a chance to. But in the comments, I am going to leave the email address for the Journey's Real, where people can email to. And I'm leaving it down there because I want to start doing testimonies on Sunday where people come in, people that feel comfortable, there's no pressure, sharing their testimony because testimonies can help somebody, baby. I'm telling you. I was thinking about this last night. You know, I have a lot of testimonies that I used to be ashamed of, basically things I was going through, because that's what creates a testimony, that I was going through and I was didn't feel comfortable or ashamed to talk about, or embarrassed to talk about. That's the word, really. Right. Embarrassed to talk about.
Really should never be embarrassed.
And it wasn't until God told me that you have nothing to be embarrassed about.
Amen.
Tell your story. Yes. That's how I get the glory, because He had brought me out of them all. But I gotta tell you about the ookie gookie place before I can tell you the good stuff. So I'm saying that for anybody, that I want you to know, if you feel led to share your testimony, don't be embarrassed about it. No. Because just as well as you gotta tell the beginning, yeah, that's cool because that's what you went through. Start. But the ending is the good part. That's right. Of how you was delivered, set free, or freed out of that situation. And I say that because things about testimony, and I was thinking this last night, you never know. Don't think you're the only person that has been through it or experienced it. For real. And your story may can help somebody else get them courage. Come on, Lord, go back to that. Help to shape their perception, because they in it right now. That's right. You hear me? And they ready to give out or give up.
But you know what really bottom line is, in the world we live in today, hope is needed.
Yes, it is.
Hope is needed. Hopes come from us.
Yes.
That's what, because see, you know what we need to realize is that God put people here for people. He put people here for people. That's right. Just imagine if it was only one person on the earth. Just one person. that person, that nothing in the world would mean anything to that person because that person would be too busy longing for another person.
Oh, baby, come on now. We don't go there.
Right.
That's in the word.
But the thing of it is, testimonies that I don't care about the ookie part. Because see, I know I am a living testimony.
Yes, Lord. A living.
I should have been dead and gone, but the Lord, He let me live on.
Oh, come through now. See,
I am, oh yes,
I felt
am
that.
a
He let me
living
live on.
testimony.
Yes, Lord. My whole life.
I just thank you, Lord, that I'm still alive.
Yes,
Because,
Lord.
baby, I know I should be dead and gone.
Me too. 5 times over.
You know, so please come through with your testimonies because
Yes.
we want to hear them. Because you might say something to us that might help us. I'm still struggling.
Come on, and that's what I was finna say. Your testimony can help the perception of the one that's in it right now.
Mm-hmm.
It can help to sculpt it.
Mm-hmm.
It can, and I say that because it can encourage them. It can motivate them. It can uplift them. It can get in the strength. They can draw strength off your testimony to push on and say, you know what, this ain't my end all be all.
No, sure not.
You know what? I gotta keep pushing and see what the end gonna be. So we ain't gonna keep going because I need to get up off of here because we can't. When it comes to that
we'll be
word,
down here 8 p.m.
still talking about it. Yeah, they better come through.
Still talking.
So I'm gonna leave the email in the I'm gonna leave the email in the comments for thejourneyreal.com. It's thejourneyreal@yahoo.com, but I'm gonna leave it down there in there. And if you feel you want to give a testimony, you can email me at thejourneyreal@yahoo.com, and I will be looking out, or I probably have my mama doing it.
Yeah.
Looking
I was thinking about it.
because I ain't gonna lie, I be having things going on, and sometimes I'll be.
She do this, and she do this, and she do this. Oh yeah, and she do this.
Yeah, so I have her going through them, and you know what I'm saying, we come together and pick someone before the time.
Mm-hmm.
And when you leave the email, please leave a way that we could contact you if we choose your story.
Mm-hmm.
Because also too, you can leave a little bit of your testimony. Don't tell us it all, but leave a little bit of your testimony, what you would like to say of telling your testimony, and leave a good way you can be contacted, whether it's in your direct messages, a phone number, if you check your emails, but leave a good contact, a way of contacting you that for sure you will get it and check it, because we're gonna have to set everything up before Sunday, where you can come in and give your testimony live. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's gonna be some crying. It's gonna be some laughing.
It's gonna be a little bit of more, because you know, emotion.
That's what the Journey Reel is about. That's part of my introduction. He said we'll laugh, we'll cry, we'll do all of that, because the journey is real, life is real. So I ain't gonna keep going on, y'all, because I really do gotta go. But just look for, if you feel led to give a testimony, look for the email in the comments. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put it in there right now. Okay.
While she putting that in there, I'm gonna need some people to come together, and I'm gonna need them to send a prayer up to God for the Rams to win the football game.
Baby, she don't be playing.
Wait a minute. And I need another little prayer on the side for the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah. Go Rams, go KC.
So there you go. I just put it in. Y'all shouldn't play about the football. But I just put it in there in the comments. It say the Journey Reel at yahoo.com. So you send it there. They will be getting checked and to see if anybody sent it, and we'll be picking somebody.
We want to promote hope, and we want, you know, other people to promote hope back to us, because we all need some in this day and age.
Yes, we do.
So until
the next time, and we'll be picking someone by Friday. So on Friday, we'll be picking someone and reaching out to whoever that we pick, so they can get for Sunday, so they can get the information and everything and link to join with all that good stuff.
So I hope some people reach out to us, because we're looking forward.
Yeah,
we're looking forward to commune. You commune with us,
and
we commune with you.
Yeah. So until the next time,
Until the next time.
salute to the Messiah. But
But you
y'all
already
already
knew
knew this.